slide, we will now look at the HSC ATAR pathway. This is for students who want the HSC credential, but who also want to enter university directly from school in 2024. There is no escaping the fact that this pathway is both academically demanding and competitive. Students will have to do between 2 and 4 hours of study per night, with the aim being to maximise their ATAR. Students are allowed to include one VET qualification in this pattern of study. In Year 11, students on an ATAR pathway will also have to study 12 units. As religion is compulsory in Sydney Catholic schools, at least one of these units will be a religion course. All students must study English, so students will study English Standard or English Advanced. Most students will study a one-unit course, unless they're doing one of the extension subjects with Studies of Religion, or they're studying Studies of Religion 2 unit. And then students will have to choose 4 two-unit courses, of which one of these could be a VET qualification. The Australian Tertiary Admission Rank, or the ATAR, is used by universities to rank students for university entry from Year 12. It is administered by the University's Admissions Centre, UAC, not NESA, and is additional to receiving the HSC. As the ATAR is a rank, not a score, it is important to note that a mark of, for instance, 70 in most of your subjects does not translate to an ATAR of 70. Mrs. Canal will show you some examples of this later tonight. Courses with a high ATAR at universities are not necessarily harder. Course popularity is generally what increases the course ATAR. The ATAR for entry to particular courses changes each year as a result. While the majority of courses are offered as 2 units, the result for each course is broken into single units as contributing to an ATAR, which is determined by a student's best 10 units of study, including English. So undertaking the most suitable English course is extremely important. Receiving an ATAR is not automatic. Students must apply for this, and we will provide further information in Year 11 to students wanting to apply for an ATAR. In 2020, 77.9% of students who completed the HSC received an ATAR. Whilst receiving an ATAR is the most direct way to undertake university studies, students who opt not to receive an ATAR are still eligible to enrol at university through a combination of different pathways, one of which is through an accumulation of TAFE credentials. There are many myths around how you can maximise your ATAR. The 5 points on the screen are facts, not myths, and are the safest way to maximise your ATAR. Every unit should take up the same amount of time. Think seriously about whether you have too many of the same kind of subjects and whether this limits post-school options. Think also about what kind of student you are. If, for instance, you do not have good time management skills, you might seriously consider whether a subject with a major work is for you. Finally, please take the advice of the teachers and coordinators who know both the system and your capabilities. In order to maximise your ATAR, you must do well in all 10 units, not just your favourite units. If you're going to do this, you need to try and put equal time and effort into each one of the units. 2 years is a long time if you have made incorrect course selections. Make sure that you have given yourself a balanced pattern of study, which would generally include no more than 1 major work and cannot include more than one VET course to contribute to your ATAR. To achieve the best possible academic results, students should select courses at the appropriate level. Based on a detailed analysis of past HSC results, KLA coordinators have provided recommendations for a number of courses in order to assist students in determining their suitability and capability to perform well. A course recommendation is the level at which a student should be performing at currently in Year 10 in order to remain engaged, allocate equal amount of time to each course, and meet the course outcomes. We will now look at some sample patterns of study, beginning with students who wish to go to university upon leaving school and require an ATAR. This pattern of study includes 1 unit of SOR, no major works, and no VET courses. Digital photography is only undertaken in Year 11, leaving this student with 11 units in Year 12. Their weakest unit, excluding English, will not contribute to their ATAR. This is a realistic pattern of study which is based on the student's interests and capabilities, and this student will receive an HSC credential and an ATAR. This is a more academically challenging pattern of study, as each of these courses have recommendations. Whilst this may be a realistic pattern if recommendations have been met, and there is the potential for a very high ATAR, this student will need to be ranked well in all the courses to maximise their ATAR. As this student has chosen 6 2-unit courses, they have the option of moving to 10 units in Year 12, maintaining English and Studies of Religion, in which case all 10 units will count towards their ATAR. They will receive the HSC credential and an ATAR. This pattern of study includes 1 major work, drama, and 1 VET course, hospitality. This student needs to have well-developed time management skills to complete their major work and catch up on the work missed whilst on work placement for 2 weeks. 11 units would be studied in Year 12 as the 1 unit exploring early childhood concludes at the end of Year 11. We have this year added a 2-unit exploring early childhood and SLR course to the offerings to expand the subject selection available to training and workplace students. The benefits of this pattern of study is that it includes the HSC credential, a VET qualification, and an ATAR. The final ATAR pattern of study we will look at allows this student to complete 11 or 12 units in Year 12. They could withdraw from English Extension 1 or perhaps take English Extension 2 or History Extension, allowing them room to withdraw from a 2-unit subject. There is a major work required in Music 1, however, this student will not count their worst 1 to 2 units apart from English in determining their ATAR. There are also many myths around which subjects help you to achieve the best ATAR. Hopefully, the next 3 slides will help to dispel those myths. We'll now review how some of our former students performed and the impact their course selections have had. This student studied 11 units in Year 12. The worst unit, after English was included, did not contribute to their ATAR. Their selection includes English, Maths, Science, Kappa, TAS, RE, with 1 major work. They achieved a Band 6 in Food Technology and Band 5s in all other courses. These consistently high results across 11 units resulted in an ATAR of 90.5. This student selected courses based on their interests and applied themselves diligently over Years 11 and 12. This pattern of study proves that a course that is considered rigorous or difficult or academic doesn't guarantee success. This pattern is academically challenging, and these results suggest that this student chose courses that were beyond his or her capabilities. It's likely that throughout the years 11 and 12, they lost motivation and their commitment waned, resulting in a disappointing ATAR. Choosing courses that you are not suited to will hinder rather than boost your ATAR. There are few university courses with an ATAR cutoff this low. In hindsight, this student most likely would have gained an ATAR that was higher by choosing courses that were within his or her capabilities. Likewise, a course that is considered less demanding may enhance an ATAR if the student performs well. These results demonstrate that you don't have to choose what are perceived to be difficult courses to achieve a high ATAR. This student chose courses he or she was interested in and was prepared to work at consistently over 2 years. They performed well and gained a higher ATAR than students who chose more academically challenging courses. Ultimately, you must select a pattern of study that works with both your strengths and interests if you want to maximise your ATAR.